So let's go back to the recipe. Those are always our instructions.
Okay.
We've made our dry bowl, and we've made our wet bowl ingredients. And after we've put all the ingredients in the wet bowl, what does it say to do? It wants us to
Beat butter.
beat these ingredients that are already in here.
Correct.
So let's take the spatula out,
Okay.
and we can beat a lot of ways. We're going to beat with this machine.
Okay.
It's called a stand mixer. Now right here on this side is the activator knob. So here's what we want to do, Tan. We don't want to turn it all the way up, have the beater spinning crazy. What do you think might happen?
Stuff will fly everywhere.
Stuff will fly everywhere. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to turn it up a little bit and get it started.
Okay.
When sugar and butter start getting stuck together and they're not likely to fly out anymore, then we can crank it up just a little bit more.
Alrighty.
All right, go.
Here we go.
We're ready to go. You tell me when it looks like it's all pretty smooth and it all looks the same. No lumps, no places where there's butter without sugar, no places where there's sugar without butter.
Well, I do have just a little butter right here on this side.
All right.
So what should we do?
Here's how we're going to handle that. We use the spatula again, and we avoid the beater and just stick the spatula down in there and scrape it off the side.
Okay. Got it.
All right. It looks like we're doing pretty good.
Yes.
Well, the next thing that we need to add, let's look at our instructions. After we beat together these things until creamy, then what does it say?
Then they say add eggs.
Add eggs. And how many eggs do we need?
We only need 2, but they want us to do it one at a time.
2 large eggs. We're going to add them one at a time. We got the beater going, and we're going to put an egg in, and we're going to... So, do you know how to break an egg?
Sure.
Go right ahead. Why don't you break an egg?
Can I break it on the side?
Let's don't.
Why?
In fact, here's what we're going to do. We're going to break the egg into the bowl.
Okay.
And here's why. Sometimes, very rarely, we'll have an egg that's not any good. Can you imagine if you broke it right into the batter? What would you have to do?
I have to start all the way back over?
And throw everything away. So we're going to break it into the bowl to be sure. But there's another reason that happens way more frequently.
What?
Well, sometimes if you don't break your egg carefully, you get pieces of eggshell. Now, what if you broke your eggshell right into the batter? Then what would you have in your cookies?
Crunchy cookies.
Crunchy cookies. And today, we're not making crunchy cookies. So we're going to break it in the bowl and make sure that we don't get any eggshell in the bowl.
Okay.
How did we do?
I think I did perfect.
I think you did too.
Okay.
So this is supposed to be on as we
Okay.
add that. So I'm going to turn it on just a little bit. There it goes around. And just go ahead and put that egg right in there. How many did it once?
It wants 2.
So we've already got one. It's time to add the other one.
Okay.
Can I show you a different way to break the egg?
Sure.
You break the egg by cracking it on the edge of the bowl. See people crack it on the edge of a bowl or crack it on the edge of the table. And that's very common. A lot of people do it like that. Here's what can happen. Eggs can have bacteria on the outside. You know there's bacteria everywhere.
Yes.
It doesn't mean the egg is bad.
Okay.
When you crack an egg like this, you shove this edge of the shell right up inside the egg.
All right.
And so a way to crack the egg without shoving the outside into the inside is just to crack it flat. And then to open it up.
All
Write that down, that's a pearl.
right. It is.
Now, let's go ahead and add that one too.
We are in
Great news. Well, read your recipe. After we've got both of the eggs in, what is it time to do?
So now, Dr. Scott, it's telling me to gradually beat my flour mixture, which we are doing. But we are to stir in morsels, and if we want nuts, which we don't want this time, we're supposed to drop by rounded tablespoon until oh no. We just gotta put the morsels in.
But first
we have to add the
dry ingredients, the flour.
Right.
So we're just gonna pour it out of the edge of this bowl into this bowl while it's mixing. And I gotta tell you, Shannon, the best cooks are gonna have flour fly out of the bowl. It just happens. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pour it slowly. We're not gonna dump it all in. Then we will have flour everywhere. We're gonna pour it slowly, a little bit at a time, until it's all in the bowl. We're just going to start over here on this side. We're going to tip the bowl and start the flour, and then just keep it going like that until it's all in.
Okay. So why wouldn't we stop this?
Why didn't we stop the beater? That's a great question. So the idea is not just to get the flour in the bowl, but to get the flour incorporated into the butter and sugar mixture. And you do that by keeping the beater going, and the flour is getting incorporated a little bit at a time.
Notice that the trainer is extremely knowledgeable in his content.
I think that's
Did we
it.
get it all in?
I got it all in.
That's great.
Okay.
So let's look in the bowl. Is it done, or does it still look kind of white and floury?
It looks a little white and floury, but we're almost there, I believe.
Are we?
We are.
Well, let's do this. Let's get our spatula.
Okay.
Let's raise the beater out of the bowl so you can get right in the bowl. And let's give the bowl one good scrape all the way around the edge so that anything that's on the edge will go back in the beater.
There. Got it. Think I'm in there. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's put the beater back down. And what's the next thing to add now?
The final step are these little morsels that we have here, and they tell us to add 2 cups.
So, here's the secret. We're not measuring. We're putting them all in.
Yes.
Do not do this.